all to exclusive coverage of this United Counties League Premier Division South fixture. It's Coventry United versus Bugbrooke St Michael's. Coventry United lining up as follows, starting for the Red and Greens today. Number 1, Chris Roscoe. 2, Brad Coleman. Number 3, Abdul Bamba. Number 4, the captain, Riley Devoyle. Number 5, Adam Miles. 6, Jake Williams. 7, Sean Wills. Number 8, Mitch Mollison. 9, Joseph Agambiade. Number 10, Kyle Carey. And number 11, Samir Muzaffar. And for our hosts, Bugbrooke St Michael's, starting for the Badgers today. Number 1, Luke Reeve. Number 2, Ryan Nash. Number 3, Kev Sheehy. Number 4, Brandon Hallmark. Number 5, Tom Smith. Number 6, the captain, Tom Walton. Number 7, Aidan Webster. Number 8, Mac Coulson. Number 9, Ed Panther. Number 10, Will Glennon. And starting at number 11 is Will Jones. Now officially underway. Coventry kicking from right to left in their usual strip of red shirts with green shorts and socks. Clearance from Roscoe. Coleman onto the chest of Mitch Mollison. United already looking to get their way out of a hole here. Mollison in comfortable position from Coventry United now to that little mini battle in the midfield. Here's Agambiade to build his 3 goals scored on Saturday. Moves that to Sheehy. Wayward ball down the midfield, allowing Ronnie Devoyle onto it. Looking for the floating ball, and Kyle Carey could be through here and collide with the goalkeeper. Reeve put his head into a dangerous position, couldn't handle the ball as it was outside the box. Carey had every right to go for the ball, but it was an unfortunate bit of contact on the edge of the area, leaving Reeve on the deck. Not the way that Luke Reeve wanted to start proceedings. It is a free kick against Kyle Carey. Reeve looks to gather his bearings. We'll, of course, keep on to date with the latest goings on at the Cardiff City Stadium, where Coventry City are taking on Cardiff City. And, of course, the rest of the action from the professional leagues. Oh, the captain, Walton, standing next to his teammate, just making sure that Reeve is okay. Early goal in the game at Craven Cottage, Bournemouth, with a 2nd-minute goal from Dominic Solanke. Reeve shaking off the cobwebs after that contact with Carey. Launches it down the centre of the park. Morrison getting his head on it. Sean Wills dinks it through to Agambiade, and now Joseph Agambiade looks to add his 3 goals on Saturday. Lays it across to Samir Muzaffar. Muzaffar for the opening goal! Fantastic start for Coventry United. Samir Muzaffar announcing his return to the starting lineup after 4 games out. Beautiful finish from the youngster on the wing. After just 3 minutes at the set, Coventry United take the lead. Unselfish from Agambiade, playing it off to Muzaffar in space. And Muzaffar smashing the ball through Reeve. Another early advantage for Coventry United. Will they make advantage of it just like they did last week? Coventry United leading by 1 goal to 0. Well, you could not have asked for a better start if you're in the Red and Green Army, but for Bugbrooke, anything but would have done. And Agambiade again at the heart of the action. The biggest problem for United, as we said last week, has been goals. In the last couple of games, they have been far from a problem. Miles looking for Wills. Wills knotted on. Agambiade trying to get there first. Walton clears. Miles again on his head. In the midfield by Webster. Hallmark. Flicks on the head of Coleman. Catches out Roscoe, and that will go out for a corner. United 4-0 victors on this ground last season. They want to keep another clean sheet. Boldmere will look to take it away from them very early on. Corner put in, headed away, unmanned by Brad Coleman. Webster keeps it alive. Launching in Wills, couldn't get anything on the ball. Bamber snatched away by Will Jones. Across the face of goal, only as far as the grateful grasp of Roscoe. Lovely from Roscoe, didn't get the clearance that he wanted. It's collected by Webster in the midfield, a congested midfield at the set. Hallmark. Hassan harried all the way by Agambiade. He's got it back momentarily and has got it back with a bit of help. Charges only attempted appearance from Walton. And that'll be a throw on the far side, but Agambiade wind him up and watch him go. Brilliant start from the young striker. Well, Nigel Ward tuned in from wherever he is. He's on the car park today. Williams. Agambiade brushes aside the challenge of Hallmark. Wants options in the area. Carey's waiting. The ball put in for Kyle Carey. Stabbed into the ground and launched away. Only as far as Mollison came agonisingly close to his first Coventry United goal last week. Wills across to Carey. Missed a penalty in that 4-0 victory over Belper. Could have been in the double figures that day. Carey, not aware at the near post. Will Carey watch it go out for a throw? It's kept in. Wills taking on Glennon. Downline just reaches Abdul Bamba. Keeps it away from Jones. DeVoyle. Lunging from Webster does the trick, but Coventry United retain possession with Williams. Dink to the right-hand side by DeVoyle. And no nonsense defending from Brandon Hallmark. That's going to be a corner under pressure from Agambiade from behind. Promising start for the Red and Greens. They lead by 1-0 after 6 minutes. Well, they double their advantage here with DeVoyle back on set-piece duty. It's in towards Adam Miles. Will's up there too. It's headed out as far as the number 8 on the edge of the area. And fired over by Muzaffar, calling for a deflection. The referee not in agreement with the Red and Greens, and it will be a goal kick. And Adam Miles is seeing a warning from the official. Slight delay here as Muzaffar and Wills getting a ticking off on the man in black. Once the referee's decision is made, it's very, very unlikely he's going to change it. They go in the Championship. It's not at the Cardiff City Stadium, but Blackburn lead Middlesbrough by 1 goal. So the 2 early kickoffs in the Championship. Luton beating QPR 3-1 and Rotherham besting Huddersfield 2-1. In the Premier League, it was a ball draw. Leicester 0, Crystal Palace 0. Only 2 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League today. We have Fulham losing 1-0 at home to Bournemouth, and it's 0-0 between Wolves and Forest. Reeve takes it short to Smith. Closed down by Agambiade. Hooked up the right-hand side, but it's curls out of play. Jones unable to keep it in. Just catch the ball well, though, to ensure that we don't need a ball boy. Miles. Miles up there, it's not away. DeVoyle. Headed on by Nash. To his opposite right by Brad Coleman, but it's charged down by Sheehy. Here's Ed Panther. Into the area he goes, crossing opportunity, chips it up. Headed chance at the far post for Will Jones, but the foul has been given for using Adam Miles as a launch pad to get his head on it. Couldn't send it goal bound anyway. But they will get the throw to the attempted clearance of Coventry United at the back. Tom Smith. Jones holds well from Adam Miles. Nash. Glennon. Deflected cross. Back heel from Coulson. Couldn't find the white shirt. And a lunge in from Glennon. Could have resulted in a free kick on Sean Wills, but Wills stays on the ground and sends it to the right-hand side of the park with Mazaffa chasing. Cushion back to the goalkeeper by Hallmark. And Reeve will look to calm things down. Reeve in the orange, all-orange goalkeeping jersey today. Moscow all in green. Nodded up in the midfield by Glennon. And again, Coulson to Webster. Hallmark. Shehi. Bugbrooke with an early disadvantage. They try and fight their way back. No drive into the area. Panther. Blocked by Williams. Panther keeps it alive. Blocked again. And sent to the left of the post by Will Jones. Bugbrooke starting to wake up after a slow start. We're hearing that Coventry City have had an absolute sitter at the Cardiff City Stadium but missed it. Bamba. For a 1-2 of Agambiade, but Agambiade's return ball wasn't what was needed. Bamba fighting for it, but eventually loses out to Aidan Webster. Advantage given as Wills fouls Will Glennon, allowing Jones to race towards the net. His low cross, a box, cleared by Coleman. Agambiade opens the door for Carey on the left-hand side. Cutting in, is this Carey's moment for the first goal of the season? Kyle Carey, he's done it! The wait is over. Kyle Carey is back on the score sheet. He's reunited with his first love, the back of the net. Reuniting, it feels so good for Kyle Carey. He's been desperately unlucky since his return to the Red and Greens. And at last, he has got the goal that he so craved. And Coventry United, after just 11 minutes, are 2 to the good. Well, Cone Island couldn't have wished for a better start. Coventry United firmly in control early on. Boldmere looked to change that. Glennon onto the through ball by Jones. Nash down line. And tricked his way into touch. Coventry United goal kick. Good pressure from Abdul Bamba. Goal kick for Chris Roscoe. Onto this near side, banters over Kyle Carey to Nash. Here's Glennon, back to Paul Nash. Jones is up there, as is Adam Miles. Cushion header to Bamba. Agambiade beaten mid-air by Smith. And bounces to the near side for a Coventry United throw. Miles with ball in hand. Agambiade shrugs off Smith. Joseph Agambiade looking for a route in. Smith getting the better of him one-on-one. Nash down the centre to Panther. Heavy first touch from Panther. Takes it into the midfield. Brought down safely by Carey. Agambiade. Held off well by Webster. And Webster tricking his way through. Wanted to carry on, but the free kick has been given for a little nick from behind from Agambiade. Hallmark. Cannons off Mitch Mollison, and now Mollison, if he can get the first touch right, which he has, could put United on the front foot. Squares for Wills, enough fight to find Mazaffa. Will he double his money for the day? Cutting in from the right, Samir Mazaffa stings the gloves of Reeve at the near post and kept in. use that one every week. I don't know why you're surprised. Right, back to the serious stuff now. As Coventry United have gone for a free kick just outside the penalty area. Just reminiscing about some of the old CUTV classic lines. Meat in the corn sandwich is definitely up there. Bamba looking for an option. Wills. Chance from behind by Webster, being held, but Bamba's picked up the loose ball. Mollison sizing up the cross. Switches well to Coleman. Awkward first touch, takes it away from him. Devoyle. Mazaffa tracks back, does well. Mollison chips it into the air, just bounces away from Agambiade. And straight to Reeve. Jones. Panther. Along the line, Bamba first to it. Hook clear by Miles. On the head of Panther, right into the corner for Jones. Has he kept it in? Yes, he has. Great work from the forward in the corner, fighting with Bamba. And Jones has sent it smacking off the leg of Abdul Bamba. Brilliant work from the winger. And that will be a corner kick to Bugbrooke. The second goal in the game at the Riverside. Middlesbrough 0, Blackburn 2. Not a good start for them. And Burnley leading Swansea by 1-0. Corner kick for Bugbrooke. Knotted up by Glennon. Panthers in there. Diving header by Miles. And spurned over the woodwork by Chris Roscoe. Supreme save from the United shot stopper. That's one for the highlight reel for the Coventry United goalkeeper. Getting his fingers to it and just touching it over the bar. Roscoe keeping his first clean sheet of the season last week against Belbet. He wants to make it a double. Corner at the other end. Taken relatively short to Aidan Webster. Into the area. Webster puts it across, but it's behind the number 10, Glennon. And out for the goal, kicked by the best efforts of Nash. Well, Nigel was asking who got the first Coventry United goal. Well, Nigel, if you were listening, you would have known that it was Samir Mazaffa. He's a board member, I can talk to him like that. And Agambiade picks up a loose ball in the back line after the header from Smith. But Walton's there to pick up the pieces and lob it into the car park. Just shy of the car park, actually. Coleman on the chest of Mitch Mollison and out for a throw in the opposite direction. We've had 18 minutes here at the set. Coventry United lead by 2-0. Launching the back, headed up by Brad Coleman in the United area. Devoyle all the way back to Roscoe. Had to be sure as Panther swipes past him. Coleman. Mazaffa dropping deep. United don't want to risk this 2-0 advantage. Agambiade out-muscled by Webster. Coulson. Now it's with Tom Smith. Smith. Space for Nash. Finds him beautifully. Ryan Nash. Across the left-hand side, nodded back into the danger zone. Morrison couldn't deal with it. Panther couldn't hit the target. Ed Panther waiting for an opportunity like that all game. When he gets it, couldn't do anything with it. The Red Green Army enjoying what they've seen so far, and if you want to join us next week at the home of the Red and Green Army, Butts Park Arena. And it is FA Vars action against Romulus. Bit of bad blood between these two sides from pre-season, so don't miss it. £8 for adults, 5 for concessions, £2 for kids. Next Sunday, not Saturday, next Sunday at the Butts Park Arena. And there's a free kick as Jones is caught by Kyle Carey. Sorry, Bambo it was. Free kick to be swung in by either Panther or Nash. Maybe Panther over Glennon and out for the goal kick. No harm doing for the Red and Greens. I believe it's still 0-0 between Coventry City and Cardiff at the Cardiff City Stadium. Mazaffa dancing through the midfield. That would have been a great ball for Agan Biadu. It just swiped past the United front man. 3 goals last week. His first ever senior hat-trick against Belper. The other goal being scored by Jared Bradshaw, who unfortunately isn't available for selection today. No Charlie Faulkner either, due to that ankle injury suffered at the Butts last week. Miles. Short to Bamba. Curls it right for Coleman. What a job he's done at right back. Looking for Agambiade. Good strong header by Walton. And as far as Webster. Walton again. Get some more distance on that clearance. Devoyle sends it back where it came from. It's Smith nodding it only as far as Mollison. Slot by Glennon. Gets enough on the ball for the referee's liking. Smith. Pirouette by Webster. Hallmark opens up some space for Nash on the right side. Ryan Nash darting towards the box. It's put in towards Panther. Williams nods it as far as Sammy Mazaffa. Clear to Webster in the midfield. Takes it too close to Wills. Lunges on Wills. Gets enough of the ball. Marshall trying to prevent the shot from Glennon. Now it's with Jones. For a moment, it looked like it was destined for the top corner. It's skewed to the left away from the net. It's been a progressive start for the Red and Greens. Sammy Mazaffa with the opening goal inside 3 minutes, and in the 11th minute it was Kyle Carey with his first goal of the season. The Red and Greens doing their job. Well, speaking to Carl Nolan on the way here to Bugbrooke, and he simply said, if we do our job right, we will win this game. And so far Coventry have done their job right, and so far they are winning this game. Throwing level with United's own penalty area, taken by Miles. Wills, who got a final touch on that. It was headed onto the back of Sean Wills. Fired the head of Smith. Glennon. Challenge from behind by Mollison. Finds Jones. Left it ball down the right-hand side. Swung away by Miles. Back right came from by Smith. Nash. The 2 number 7s going for it there, and it's Wills who's got the best of the action. Agambiade shields well. Looking for a teammate, but Smith onto the head of Mollison. Carey draws it low for Agambiade. Oh, just couldn't get down for the Hallmark. A real battle for the ball in the midfield. And Boldmere seem to have won that battle. It's lofted up for Panther on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Whips it in. No one home for Bugbrooke. Glances off the head of Williams. The edge of the area for Coulson. Cross again onto the head of Coleman. Agambiade the target. On the slide is Webster. Takes it out for a Coventry throw on the far side. As well, a goal at Craven Cottage. Fulham 1, Bournemouth 1. Towards Safa, stumbled by Agambiade. Allows Walton to play it back to Reeve, who suffered that early head injury from clutch of Kyle Carey in the first minute of the game. Glad to report that he's carried on, doing all right for himself. Coleman. And it's been called for a Coventry United free kick as Coleman was caught on the way through by Panther, looking for Kyle Carey on the left touchline. Who's on set piece duty now is going to be DeVoyle on the halfway line. Riley DeVoyle with the free kick launches it into the danger zone. Wills, and it tended to clear when Nash smacks into one of the Coventry United players, and Carey believing that it hits a Bugbrooke player. The referee doesn't share that particular. Here's a Coventry United throw. Yes, it is a return ball to Nash over the line. And on Bugbrooke's doorstep, Coventry United start knocking. Carey's got his first goal of the season. Can he add an assist to that? Get himself some extra credit with the manager. In towards Miles. Headed out onto the edge of the penalty area. United still batting for it. Agambiade snatching it back from Coulson. Joseph Agambiade on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Now it's with Kyle Carey looking for the ball across the box to Riley DeVoyle. Beautifully waiting for Adam Miles. Offside flag raised. He nodded it across. It was picked up by Walton anyway, but United have given away the free kick. "26 minutes gone. Time flies when you're having fun. We will be going off air on CUTV at half-time for around 10 minutes, so get yourself a glass of something cold or a mug of something hot. Be back here for 4 o'clock as Coleman lashes it out on that far side for a Bugbrooke throw to the attempted move down the left. Chance of strike perhaps here. And did that hit the post on the way out? I think it did. Roscoe diving for it, didn't get the touch. But Will Jones, it looked to me as if the ball hit the bottom of the post on the way out. So the closest that the Badgers have come so far. Roscoe. Awkward bounce for Webster. High kick by Mazaffa. Agambiade looking to beat Hallmark to it and has. Agambiade to Mazaffa. Fancy feet from Mazaffa. Couldn't match it with a fancy finish. Gathered by Reeve. And now at the other end on the right hand side, Kyle Carey battling with Jones and has won that test of strength. And now looking to send Agambiade on his way, held up well by Walton. And Reeve has got the ball in his hands, but Kyle Carey proving his worth today, proving any doubt is wrong. Smith dribbles away from his own box. Panther gets in the end of that lofted ball down the right-hand side. Panther, Coleman should deal with it, nods it up. And a towering header by Mollison gets the distance on it. Mazaffa keeps it on that far touchline after the challenge. It's picked up at the back by Brandon Hallmark. Now it's with Webster across to Walton. Tom Smith, closed all the way by the United captain, Roy DeVoyle, but just chips it over him. And across to Hallmark on the left side of that back three. Coleman, misplaced pass into the midfield. Jones, across to Nash. Down Bugbrooke, half the deficit, in by Nash. And Roscoe saw that header from Glenn coming all the way. Coventry looking comfortable. Mazaffa and Carey on the score sheet so far. Plenty of time to add to that. So we saw some great goals here last season, including that stunner from Chris Canwell from 30 plus yards, and the goal of the month winner from Charlie Faulkner. Also saw Dom Lane's first Coventry United goal for 3 years. Traditional goal from Riley O'Sullivan as well. This ground has been a happy hunting ground in the past for Coventry United. It looks like it will be again if the Red and Greens can keep the momentum. As Angbiade, was he tripped by Walton? Referee says no. Now it's with Jones through the legs of Bamba. Panther down the right, covered up by Miles. Out muscle by Miles, but too much muscle for the referee's liking. That's going to be a free kick. Free kick on the right side of the penalty area. The referee wants a word with Miles. I don't think it's worthy of a yellow card, but it may just be a final warning. It is indeed. No card necessary. Panther sailing over it. Bugbrooke could do with a goal to re-energise their attempt at victory. Roscoe calls for it, punches clear before Glennon could get there. Devoyle loses that to Nash on this near side. Has Nash taken it too far? No, he hasn't. But Devoyle comes away with it, lunging from Walton. Walton away from Williams. And that'll be a free kick, a trip by Bamba on the way through. Walton gets the high five. Bamba gets the yellow card. Slightly harsh from the referee. That is the first Coventry United yellow card of the afternoon. United with their backs to the wall again. Can they keep Bugbrooke out for the second time in quick succession? Oh, yes, they can! Glennon smacking it towards the net at close range, but somehow Roscoe getting both hands to it and sending it to his left. That is an astonishing save from Roscoe. Roscoe channeling his inner Peter Schmeichel today. And it'll come back in. Mars gets enough on it. Jones keeps it alive. Cross blocked by Devoyle. Bugbrooke not giving up. Here's Coulson. Launched in towards Panther. And they've found the net this time. Bogbrook St Michael's have half the deficit. Roscoe's heroics couldn't keep them at bay forever. And a well-taken strike in behind the defence. It's given Bogbrook St Michael's a real opportunity. Coventry United have got to pick themselves up. Their 2-goal deficit, but 2-goal advantage to say, half to 1. Here come Bugbrooke again with the goal scorer Panther. It's back with Roscoe. Sent back came run by Smith, but bounces it on this near side. Free kick from Miles. That's a throw-in, I should say. Miles headed back by Smith, only as far as Kyle Carey. Mollison connects with a leg of the number 7, looking to dink it free for Mazaffa, but straight back to Reeve. And there's been a goal at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff 0, Coventry City 1. Victor Gyökeres in the 34th minute. Knocking on that United door again. They've got the throw as it's headed out on that far side. Level with the penalty area. Dangerous times for Carl Nolan's side. Towards Glennon. Headed by Coleman, creates some separation, but not for long as it's drilled low by Jones. Doesn't find the same success as Panther did a few minutes ago. Taken short to Adam Miles. Miles. That's up for the target onto the head of Hallmark. Shehi. And Panther. Up by the head of Brad Coleman. Shehi in there again. Bugbrooke with the determination that's needed for a team that'll just with one goal down at the going 2-0 behind. Great ball! And Panther sticks it straight at Roscoe. And again, the Coventry United goalkeeper equal to what's put in front of him. But you had to ask the question, how was Panther allowed through? You won't get the clean sheet today, Roscoe, but you'll get the plaudits if Coventry United can hold on. Carey clears on the edge of the air to the wayward ball from Jones, knotted up by a Hallmark. Good search by Walton to keep it away from Agambiade. Now Smith. Nash on the right wing. Onto the chest of Jones. Here's Smith. Takes it too close to Kyle Carey, who collects the ball. Bamba sending Agambiade down the left-hand side. Reeve will come with it and just make sure that that ball trickles over the line for the goal kick. Nine minutes until the break. Coventry United now lead by 2-1. Walton dribbles it away from his penalty box. Finds Shehi. Leaving Coleman on the ground. Panther! And again, Roscoe claims the ball. The United number 1 has been a busy boy in the first half. The saying that Coventry United had the lead, Reeve has only had to make one save. Glennon. Nash, bundled over by Roy Devoyle, who looks on in disgust as the free kick is given against him. Smith. Here's Hallmark. Jones waits from the right corner of the area. There's space for the cross for Nash. It's high towards Glennon. Loaded up by Glennon. Jones, tame header, easy pickings. Roscoe away. Walton blinded by the sunlight there, and Coventry have got the corner as it's headed behind. And the Red and Greens have a chance to restore their 2-goal cushion. Sizing up his options towards that far post. Oh, it curls all the way out. Goal kick to Bugbrooke. On the clock, we've got 6 minutes to go. Coventry United 2, Boldmere St Michael's 1 here at the Set in Northamptonshire. Agambiade nearly snatching the ball from Smith after a tame goal kick. Switching the play over to Hallmark, and Hallmark stumbles as it rolls into touch, and Coventry United now have got to make this pressure count. They roared into an early lead in the first 11 minutes. Bugbrooke have pegged them back. They may well count themselves lucky to be in front if they can get into half-time with that 2-1 advantage after some relentless pressure from the Badgers. It's in by Carey, collected by the first man, Hallmark. Plenty of space in the midfield. Glennon to Jones. Jones marching towards the box. Watch on the left-hand side, Shehi. Coleman does well to get his head on that. And enough distance to find Samir Mazaffer. Coleman again, thumps it down the right. Agambiade's there. Hallmark's touch back to Walton. Here's clearance, cushioned down by Mollison. Webster lunges in and gets it back for Bugbrooke. It's been a real battle in the midfield in the last 20 minutes or so. Glennon, was he caught on the way through by Abdul Bamba? Referee says no, and it's back with Roscoe. Bamba will have to be very careful in the second half. After receiving that yellow card, we know he likes to make a challenge or two. In terms of defensive changes for Coventry United, the big one would be Walid El Hagani. You could potentially put Jake Williams at left back. Bugbrooke's pressure continues with Glennon in centre circle. It's Webster. Nash found on the right flank. Nash's ball. Roscoe will just watch that one fly out at his near post. A tense conclusion to the first half of proceedings here at the set. Mazaffer shut down from by Hallmark, but Hallmark got the ball and it will be a United throw just shy of their technical area, housing United manager Carl Nolan, coaches Gary Hardick and Craig Jones. They would have been very happy with the first 20 minutes of the first half, but the latter stages have been more of a cause for concern. Webster in the centre closed down by both Wills and Agambiade from opposite sides. Nash going to cut in but finds Jones. Aiden Webster with space to utilise. Can he find someone with the same amount of space? No, he can't. He sends it flying over the head of Nash for a Coventry United throw. Bamba will leave it for Miles, who's strong arms as strong as his jet-propelled feet. Miles goes towards Wills. Wills misjudges the jump on the volley by Nash into the centre. Mazaffer seemed to be held there. Referee says no. Glennon. Now Jones. Can Bugbrooke complete the comeback? No, they can't. Bounces through the penalty area and out on the far side, despite the best efforts of Shehi. Just 2 minutes of normal time to go until the half-time whistle. There haven't been too many stoppages. There was about a minute stoppage for the head injury to Reeve, the goalkeeper, in the first couple of minutes. But above that, that's been about it. And a body check from Williams results in a free kick in a dangerous position about 5 yards outside the penalty area to the left corner. And the referee having a word with Carl Nolan, who is displeased with the decision, to say the least. And now I'm just playing this up to Gary Hardick. Not something you want to do on a regular basis. Well, Bugbrooke have been building the pressure. They've been mounting an attack on the Coventry United back line for the good part of the last half hour. Can they bring it back to all square before the break? It's in by Shehi. Jones at the far post. He got his head on it but couldn't divert it goal bound. Hits the net behind the net. Last minute of normal time. Roscoe towards this near side. Flash off the head of Wills, but Carey couldn't collect. Throw in to be taken by Smith. In fact, Smith is going to play it up to Nash. And Ryan Nash, with ball in hand, throws to Smith as we look to close proceedings of the first half. To the head of Miles. And Carey clearly fouled there by Nash. Too much strength on show from the veteran right back. And Jones ordered to move away from the ball to allow Bamba to take the free kick. Well, in fact, Voil's going to take it, the captain. Young Coventry United side flourishing in the last few weeks, looking to make a hat-trick of victories today. Agambiade losing out to Nash. Nash stuck in the corner. Can he get out? He stumbles to the ground, and the challenge of Agambiade. Referee says hands in the back. Free kick. It's made across his own penalty area by Walton to Webster, darting through the centre. Looking for Jones, cut out by Carey. Checks his run as he runs into Glennon. Chip right for Mazaffa, who got the scoring started in just the 3rd minute. Mazaffa. Agambiade, chance from behind. Hasn't been the most prolific of days for Agambiade. But an under-hit pass to Jones, collected by Bamba. Now here's Agambiade. He's got Carey through the middle. Kyle Carey halts his run. And the referee brings the action to a halt as Carey cushioned it back for Roy Devoyle. Coventry United firing themselves 2-0 up inside the first 11 minutes. But the following half hour or so belong to Bugbrooke. We'll see what happens in the second half, but this game is far from over. Half-time score, Boldmere St Michael's 1, Coventry United 2. We're going off there on CUTV for the next 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Bold move from Carl Nolan, wanted to protect the 3 points. So as we say, 2 changes have been made for Coventry United. El Hagani and Osborne on for Coleman and Mazaffa. Ball back with Reeve as we are away for the second half. Shahi chases it, straight back to Roscoe. Wills. To Osborne. It's with Roscoe down the centre of the park. Mollison, the target. Good touch by Mollison. El Hagani. His first touch back in the Coventry United shirt for nearly a month. Devoyle. Wills will chase. Sean Wills should get there. And Bugbrooke have made a change as well with Trent Oakes coming on. Wills battling with Oakes. Good strength on show from Oakes. Osborne in there too. Oakes caught. Osborne comes out with the ball. But the linesman has flagged very late for a foul on Oakes. Good 5 seconds there from the incident to the flag. Well, let us know your feeling here on the CUTV YouTube channel. Let us know if you're tuned in. Want to say hello to Delina and Sonia, who are both tuned in. Jeff Cruz as well. Remember to hit the like button if you're enjoying today's coverage and leave a comment with any feedback. Kind of by Glennon, collected by Adil Bamba, now playing at left wing back. More comfortable position for him perhaps. Bamba. Oh, look at the slip it through for Carey. It was behind the United forward. The ball to the right, collected by El Hagani, doing his job early on. Mollison. It's Ryder Voyle. He can hit them. Cannons off his opposite captain in Walton, and Walton wanted to take the ball on his own, but it was hooked out on the far side. And Walton furious with his possession gifted back to Coventry United. Here's Carey. He's off for Mollison. Mollison in for Wills! It was headed wide, but Reeve able to prevent it from going out. Wills looking for his 2nd headed goal in 3 games. Reeve. Referee had to duck out of the way there. Now Wills has got the throw. Brilliant work as he got the better of Shehi, run it straight into touch. Osborne towards the head of Egan-Biade, one in the air by Hallmark. Walton towards Oakes, the big number 17. Panther hooks it up towards the United third. Egan-Biade, sorry, I should say, only as far as Oakes. Fast and furious, actually, in the first half, sorry, second half, I should say. Hagani cutting across Jones, forcing him back towards the halfway line. Jones hasn't harried all the way, and El Hagani with his hands all over Jones, and the referee is going to book El Hagani for his first foul. The referee not taking a liking to the Coventry United players, it would seem. A foul, no doubt, a free kick, no doubt, but a yellow card? I'm not so sure. Bugbrooke dominated the final proceedings of the first half. Can they take that momentum into the second and drag United back to 2-2? It's laid off short to Walton, but the referee asks for Bugbrooke to take it again. Clearly not ready to restart the action. Had 5 minutes of the second half. Can Bugbrooke make their mark and make it all square again? Webster bounces on the head of Mollison on the edge of the area. Williams up there. Panther swung clear by Bamba. Was it kicked on that far side? No, it wasn't. Carey trying to keep it in on the far touchline. So a throw in taken by Nash. Walt and Hagani blocking Panther well and gets the free kick out of it as he heads to the ground. And Hagani holding his foot. Slightly worrying for Coventry United as El Hagani has been out with a toe injury. Played 90 minutes for Copswood last week to try and get his fitness back. He is on from the bench after the withdrawal of Samir Mazaffa and Brad Coleman, with Evan Osborne also filling in on the right side of the back five. Roscoe with the free kick. Looking for Bamba, it was under hit, as was that pass towards Panther and hooked. That was to the far side. I think the wind stopped it there from Adam Miles. El Hagani. Bamba crowded out on that far side. And the loose ball collected in the area by Chris Roscoe. It's going to be a nervy second half for Carl Nolan's side. Looking to make it 3 wins on the bounce. Egan-Biade. It was a Walton to the ball, so the ball was not forthcoming. Oakes side-footed on, but Wills beats Oakes to the ball and put out off Wills by Panther down the left-hand side. In fact, no, it's been going to Coventry United. I think it has. United have got the throw. It looked like the final touch came off Osborne. Again, a reminder of the latest score from the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff 0, Coventry City 1. And Bournemouth have taken the lead again at Fulham. Smith looking to play Shahi down the left-hand side, but again, a throw-in is the result. Hopeful play, but not successful play from the Badgers in the early going of this second half. They haven't been able to take the same fluidity past half-time. Oakes, towering header, wins the ball from the Coventry United throw. Glennon puts it through. It's Panther for the equaliser for Bugbrooke and counts at the back of Roscoe. The second's put wide. Well, we were just saying that Bugbrooke didn't look as decisive or dangerous after the break. That shut the commentator up. And Roscoe happened to be at his brilliant best to ensure United stay in front. I think we know who the early contender for man of the match is. Bounces over Jake Williams, he makes his apologies. Now Panther in! Chandron Williams, referee has a think about it and waves his arms away. There was contact in the back of Panther. Was it enough to bring him down? I'm not so sure. You've seen them given. And Panther back on his feet. We have nothing to show for it, but a bit of bruised pride. Roscoe. Devoy with the target. Being held by Glennon, and Glennon with a bit of help from Jones has overturned possession. Panthers offside as he hit it into the far bottom corner. That was a great finish from Ed Panther, but Roscoe heard the whistle blow and knew that he didn't have to dive. Miles free kick deep into Bugbrooke territory. Carey beaten mid-air, but the seconds fall to Miles. His ball initially blocked by Oakes. And Osborne with an under-hit pass back to Miles. And now Williams having to cover off Panther. We know how dangerous he can be. Ed Panther taking it straight to the line, slips, trips on his own feet, I think, and takes it out for a goal kick. And Panther has gone down holding his ankle. Panther is off the field, so really the referee could start the game again, but he wants to make sure that the players' welfare is looked after. And another goal at Craig Cottage. Now Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2, and Wolves have taken the lead at home to Nottingham Forest.
Sometimes playing in the middle, you're playing into the danger zone. Play down the line, it's a safer pass, and you turn into defence.
Well, the Bogbrook physio heading over to help Ed Panther. Again, next time we're on air here on CUTV, not next Saturday, next Sunday. Oh, it is Sunday, yes, you're right, Royston, it is Sunday. It's Coventry United against Romulus. FA Vars action, Isuzu. FA Vars action, Coventry United against Romulus. Make sure to catch the live action here from 3 o'clock next week, next Saturday. Agambiade, in the air. Smith swings it to this near side, and Osborne will let that one go out of play. Coventry United with the advantage on the score sheet, but they are riding their luck at times. Williams turns away from Jones, opens up a gap for Miles over to El Hagani. El Hagani has a great ball in towards Agambiade, just bounced away from the United striker. Looking to add to the 4 goals he's scored this season. So 5 goals, I should say. 3 of which came last week in 1 go. Well, here's Hallmark. Oakes stretches for it and claims possession, followed by Mollison. His ball sent back where it came from by Williams. Here's Sean Wills. Space in the centre circle for Agambiade. Turns away. Agambiade, neat turn. Carey wants it, and the hit. But United retain possession. Devoyle down the left to Carey. They can do with a 3rd goal here, Coventry United. Couldn't beat Smith one-on-one. Carey's got his 1st goal for the Red and Greens this season, but for a second on that occasion. And Hagani is going to leave it for Bamba. United track back. Thrown to Carey. Nice curling ball onto the chest of Oakes. Drills it low down the left-hand side, only as far as Osborne. Williams finds Wills. Barge in from Hallmark, has done the trick with a little bit of help from Sheehy. Agambiade wrestles it back. Now it's with Mollison. Where will Coventry go from here? Sifting through that white and black wall. Agambiade tried to bring it to feet, but the free kick's been given for a foul on Mitch Mollison. In a dangerous position. This is certainly shooting range of Coventry United. That's 8 yards out the box, I'd say. Free kick to come from Devoyle. He's trying to drop it onto the feet of Carey. That's gathered by Reeve. And Bugbrooke calling for a free kick as Panther and Osborne had a hand of each other's shirts. Hallmark. Defoe brings it to feet, but a lovely pirouette from Glennon. Not the best of balls to follow it, though. That's going to be a goal kick. Continue for that little instant in the midfield. Carey couldn't get to the ball ahead of Smith. Allison makes his apologies. It looked like he made contact with the ankle of Aidan Webster. Back and away on the far side. Webster. Down the right-hand side, El Hagani holding Jones off Wells. We're back into United territory. Here's Wills. Boldmere preparing another substitution here as Wills switches the play over to Agambiade. Nodded on by Hallmark. Oakes, and there's space for Sheehy to race into. Followed all the way by Osborne. Osborne does the job in from the side. Great work from the youngster. And it bounces out on this near side for a Bugbrooke throw. Looks like a double change for Bugbrooke about to happen. And too much hassling and harrying from Webster on Devoe. And here come the changes now for Bugbrooke. Simmons and Spencer will be heading on. Wait to see who's going to be coming off. Well, Sheehy is leaving the field. Kev Sheehy replaced by Tom Simmons. And Brandon Hallmark is replaced by Kieran Spencer. Oakes now slotting into the back line, with Simmons pushing higher up. Free kick launched towards that penalty area. Agambiade made contact with Smith. Smith heads it out, and it will be a Coventry United throw as Bugbrooke felt it should have been a free kick. Smith launching into the air with Agambiade, but connected mid-air, and an awkward landing for Smith. As Coventry United will make a change of their own with David Gabehi getting ready to come on. You have to think it's one of the attacking players to leave the field. referee assistant on the far side preparing the change. And it's Sean Wills leaving the field. Sean Wills replaced. And with a bit of insistence from Jones, the referee ensures that Wills heads off the field a little quicker than he was doing. So the change confirmed for Coventry United. David Gabehi for Sean Wills in what should be a like-for-like change. Could potentially see Carl Carey play more centrally, but we'll wait and see. But yes, Carey is dropping deeper. Throw up line to Agambiade. Followed all the way by Simmons. Corner kick, it's cannoned up the leg of Simmons. Coventry United finally back on the front foot. Ryan Alcock showing his support for the Red and Greens. Couldn't make the game today, but so we appreciate your support, Ryan. DeVille's delivery towards that near post. Agambiade's there. Couldn't make contact and falls to the ground. Simmons intercepted by Miles. Looking to keep it alive, and United have got the free kick as Miles was wrestled to the ground by Simmons. And the Bugbrooke substitutes who have just headed off are screaming at the linesman. United have to get this third goal, or it'll be a second half of nerves and anxiety. They've had 20 minutes, they haven't conceded yet. Gabehi nearly made sure that Coventry United got that 3-1 advantage they've so desperately craved. Would have been a great time to score his first Coventry United goal. And at the other end, Panther beating El Hagani to it, but El Hagani gets a toe to it and sends it out for the corner. He appeals for a goal kick, but Ed, I don't think you're winning that argument. He might be 7'6", but referees usually are intimidated by absolutely nothing. Towards that far post, it's all the way on the far side. Oakes keeps it in. Looking to pirouette away from El Hagani. Still Oakes. Now it's in. I think Jake Williams got his head to that. Allowing Gabehi to fire along the right-hand side. Agambiade. Gabehi follows through on the challenge. Referee says no foul as the Bugbrooke substitute stays down. And now Agambiade down the right-hand side. Can come to take advantage of a 10-man Bugbrooke. We're going to find a route past Webster. Still Agambiade. Now Gabehi. Oh, it nearly came out to the ball, just poked away. And now Coventry United will watch as it flows through the back line past Panther as the substitute Kieran Spencer hobbles back up onto his feet. Nearly halfway through the second half. Coventry United have dealt with the pressure well so far and are actually pushing on themselves. It's not been all Bugbrooke pressure, but that is an all Bugbrooke free kick as Bamba catches the leg of Webster. And the referee is warming Bamba. Remember, Bamba is on a yellow card. Glennon flicks over the head of Jones, and that should be a United free kick as Adam Miles is caught on the way through. Coventry United have got the free kick. Miles places the ball on the edge of his own penalty area. That will be out of the target. Headed by Smith. Will Jones get there before it heads over the line? No, he won't be. In fact, the final touch has come off Jake Williams. And the throw will be in favour of Bugbrooke. Towards Oakes. Head across by Oakes. May have caught Panther out and has done. Roscoe getting his hands to it despite the best efforts of Ed Panther. DeVoyle takes it into the path of Aidan Webster, who went down holding his ankle, quickly back on his feet when he realised that Bugbrooke hadn't got the free kick. Hooked away, United had to come to nothing on that occasion. Here's Miles. Agambiade, and muscled by Smith. That's a brilliant ball towards the edge of the area and swiped out to the left by Roscoe. Back on the attack, Panther. That will be a free kick. Abdul Bamba in from the back. I think United may well have to make a decision about Abdul Bamba. Panther, I don't think we'll need any medical supervision. But Aidan Webster might. He's been on the deck. The referee wants a word with Bamba. This may be bad news for Coventry United. As we said, Bamba has been booked. And the referee is saying, that's it, that's your lot. One more foul, you're heading for an early shower. Bamba has to be careful now. United with just the one sub left, that being Archie Gallagher. It could potentially put Gabihi at left wing back. Low drive and easily cleared by DeVoyle at the near post. Bugbrooke pushing everything at Coventry United to try and get a share of those points. Miles shields the ball out beautifully from Simmons. Goal kick to Coventry United. 19 minutes to go. Coventry United still lead by 2 goals to 1 after a nervous end to the first half and a nervous start to the second. And if you're wondering what's going on at the Cardiff City Stadium, it's still Cardiff City 0, Coventry City 1. Williams looking for Agambiade down the right-hand side. Agambiade stabs it into the ground, just shoves Smith off for effect. Looking to slip it through for Evan Osborne. No one home for the cross, and that's out for a goal kick. Jimmy O'Farrell saying, come on, Sean Wills. Well, Sean Wills has come off, being replaced by David Gabehi. And if you missed the half-time review, United have made 2 changes at half-time, both in defence, with Osborne and El Hagani coming on, and United utilising a back 5. Agambiade was struck in the head by that attempted clearance. Obviously, as the temperatures get colder, those sort of impacts hurt a lot worse. And Lucy Stead is needed to just check on Agambiade, who bagged a hat-trick last week. Also through some of the current scores as Agambiade is assessed. So in the Premier League, Fulham 2, Bournemouth 2 and Wolves 1, Nottingham Forest 0. In the Championship, Bristol 1, Millwall 1, Burnley 4, Swansea 0, Cardiff 0, Coventry 1, Middlesbrough 1, Blackburn 2, Preston 0, Stoke 2, Reading 0, West Brom 1, Sheffield United 2, Blackpool 3, and Sunderland 1, Wigan 1. And Averson are beating Highgate by 1-0. We also know that Coventry Spinks are beating Easington. Last time we heard it was 2-0. Oh, no sign of any changes for Coventry United as Agambiado heads up with an ice pack strapped to his head. United will, for the moment, be down to 10. They can make another change if they so desire. We have Archie Gallagher ready to come on. Of course, you can make 5 subs this season in 3 intervals, not including half-time. So United are fine on the intervals. But they have one more change left. And we're hearing that Spinks have been pegged back. It's 2-1 against Easington. Here's Oakes. Thinks about hitting it. Didn't get the chance to think about it twice as El Hagani clears. Smith. Across to El Hagani again. Headed by Webster. Gets a lot by Nash. Nash could get the seconds here on the right-hand side. It's Ryan Nash. Roscoe sees it coming all the way. Oakes is up there and a punch by Roscoe behind for the corner. Well, we are running low on battery at the moment. We have to be able to reach the end of the game. 15 minutes to go, so here's hoping. Spencer. Hopeful ball. Good strong header away by Miles. Jones over the head of Carey to Nash. Simmons in there. It won't reach him as it's shifted out by Osborne. United have dealt with everything that Bugbrooke have thrown them in the second half. So it's Miles with the goal kick. There's more distance on that. Osborne up. Here's the back of Osborne thanks to Gabehi. Mollison not going to reach David Gabehi. Pacey wing on the right hand side gets the better of Spencer. Little shove in the back on Gabehi. Turns his man, drives low for Agambiade. Stopped by the number 7 for Bugbrooke. Panther down the left hand side. I think Jones knows he's not reaching that. Across to Roscoe United. Look to waste time now as much as they can. If they can't get a third goal, they'll take the 2-1 lead and just try and see it out. Mollison thumps that one away. Agambiade will chase, and Agambiade will get there ahead of Walton. Joseph Agambiade into the area, still going Agambiade. A bit of a shot from behind, and a touch from Walton, according to the referee. Walton disagrees, but to no avail. Coventry United have the corner. The Bugbrooke players less than happy with the awarding of a corner.
If it's the header, let him win it. Don't let him win it. Let him win the header. You just get the second.
In by Devoyle. Not up by Glennon. Carey there for the seconds in the middle of Bugbrooke's half. Kills it left for Gabehi, beaten mid-air by Glennon at the expense of a throw just in front of the Coventry United technical area. Nervy finish here at the set. Gabehi was the target from Bamba. Bamba's got it back from the defender, Nash. Touch back to Bamba by Agambiade. Couldn't take it past Spencer. And now it's a race between El Hagani and Panther. El Hagani with better reactions to the ball. Turns away from Panther. Miles thumps it away out on that far side. Fingernails are at a premium here. And so is time for Bugbrooke to try and find an equaliser. Smith touched it away from Gabehi. Into the last 12 minutes. Osborne cushions it to Mollison. The referee gives advantage as he was caught by Jones. At the other end, it's Agambiade trying to reach it before Walton. Collides with Walton And Glennon nods it back to Reeve, who just keeps it out from going for a corner. Reeve. Bamber ducks deep and finds Jake Williams. And Williams dragged away his leg. Some intervention from Jones, that's a free kick. And a final change, or maybe a final change, we don't know, coming up for Bugbrooke St Michael's. Williams stays down. It's Nash coming off. You'd have to assume it's an attacking change. I think that's the number 16 on the scoreboard. I'll have to see it. The light's a bit awkward, but I would indicate that it's Freddie King coming on. And King indeed is going to be playing further up the field. Looks like maybe going for a front three as Miles hoofs the ball towards the edge of the area. Agambiade heads it up. Here's Gebehi. Gang United close the door with a third goal. Head across the left-hand side. Here's Bamber. Agambiade. Will it be another stunner for him? Agambiade bounces into the grateful grasp of Reeve. Reeve. Off the shoulder of Williams. Lunges in. It looked like he got the ball there, but the referee has called for the foul. And it's going to be a yellow card for Jake Williams. It looked to me as if he got a good piece of the ball. You have to agree, he got a bit of the man, but he got the ball first. The referee wasted no time in pulling the card out of his pocket. Williams taking one for the team there. But I don't believe that is a yellow card or a foul. I think that was a good challenge from Williams. So there you go, confirmation of a yellow card for Williams. Bugbrooke hope to pound on more punishment with an equalising goal that they've been fighting for since the 11th minute. Simmons towards Glennon, couldn't keep his header down. Roscoe will leave the goal kick duties to Miles. Miles with the distance. Agambiade chases. Header by Smith. Cushions it only as far as Osborne, who puts it out on this near side for a throw. Launched upfield. It bounces past Jones. And King will put Roscoe under pressure, but Roscoe's got the ball.